realize why American guys come to the Philippines to find a wife. You guys won't even understand. The Filipino girls, I'm not gonna lie, are fucking hot. Besides these women being absolutely beautiful, the loyalty is absolutely crazy. Coming from America, all these women always say, and this is an American thing, happy wife, happy life. In the Philippines, it's happy relationship, happy relationship. When I was in America, honestly, I used to hate when girls always say, you need to make me happy, it's a happy wife, happy life. This has to change because in a relationship, I'm not saying everything's supposed to be 50-50, but at the end of the day, so you're trying to tell me I need to make a woman happy and I need to be miserable to have a happy relationship? That doesn't make sense. Out here, these girls honestly cater to their damn man when it comes to cooking for them, giving them massages, going over and above without asking for anything in return. That's how a relationship should be. And again, you guys can say whatever you want in the comments. There is a reason why that there's a thing called passport bros, and there's a reason why a lot of people are leaving America to go look for wives. It's a reason. So if you're an American woman and you're watching this right now, stop complaining that there's no good men out there in America. It's because you girls has made it so impossible for us to want to cater to you, because all you want is a damn handout. All you want is what a man could do for you, and it's not supposed to be like that in a relationship. But keep on looking for a good man.
I don't know what y'all got going on in the Philippines, but according to the CDC, the Philippines has one of the highest HIV rates amongst their people than most of the world.
Passport bros, passport bros, passport bros. It's not surprising at all. It's not surprising at all that a lot of you guys are coming back home burning. It's not surprising at all, because just like I said a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, is that a lot of you guys are not going outside of the country for wives. You're going out of the country to tourism and to take advantage of people. That's just what it is. Tourism of taking advantage of people. You go to these third world countries, second world countries who are not financially where they need to be. A dollar goes a lot further. You feel like a king. You got a nice little hotel. You know what I'm saying? You get 2 or 3 girls who know you from the last visit. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of y'all don't want to admit it, but a lot of y'all be getting these girls pregnant and y'all leave them over there and never want to go back. And now y'all want to go to another place. Because now the Philippines has always been a background for passport bros, but that's when 8x5 by 11 men were going rampant over there. Okay, when I say rampant over there. Now, y'all want to go over there. And now a lot of y'all having regrets because, oh, black, American women are just not, domesticated. They don't want to cook and clean. They don't want to let a man leave, blah, 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 blah. Now you going over there and you coming back with that fire. Not that fire with the stick, but that fire when you pee. That fire when your face break out. That fire when them lymph nodes on your neck starting to look crazy. Okay? We all knew this was coming. Like all of the empty threats, all of the empty verbiage, all of the bravado that you guys were going back and forth on the internet. We knew that the truth will eventually come to the light. And look what's going on. They going wild out there and y'all catching it. Coming back home thinking that we don't know what you've been doing. We know Craig. We know Dusty. We know. Like, share, comment.
Y'all, a passport bro was kidnapped in the Philippines. I know the passport bros don't like when I make videos about them, but here we are. Stop giving me content. So this passport bro was from Vermont. Earlier this year, he married a woman in the Philippines and he moved to the Philippines. He moved to a remote island in the Philippines, and he had recently came back to the United States to work, stack up his coins, and then he went back to be with his wife. Shortly after he got back, he was kidnapped from his residence. They tried to kidnap him. He fought back. They then shot him, and then they dragged him on a boat and took off with him. So obviously the police in the Philippines are trying to locate him, but there was a travel advisory for this remote island that he lived on because they have a history of kidnappings and, holding people for ransom. So hopefully, he isn't, killed, and he could just give them some money and they will let him go. But I mean, this is another video. I keep warning these passport bros to be careful. Okay, the last video was Brazil. The video before that I made, this is all in the last few months, 3 months, was Colombia. Be freaking careful. I wouldn't be surprised if the wife had something to do with it. You are an American. It's very clear, even when I go out the country, it's very clear that I'm a foreigner, that I don't belong there. And then you're going to move to this country and move to a remote part of the country. At least be in an area where it's common to see, you know, he was white, to see white people, to see, you know, Americans, to see tourists, you know. I personally think that passport bros are losers, but I'm not saying that they deserve to be kidnapped and shot and all of this. I'm not going to go that far. That's doing a little bit too much, okay? But, just be careful, because it's just like, it's a common occurrence, and I know that it's probably happening more than we know, but you know, we only get so much information. Be careful. I know y'all don't like American women. Y'all don't have to like American women. Go get you a woman from London or something. Bring the woman here. I don't know. Y'all be careful.
I think the issue with modern men and modern women in the dating arena is that there are so many modern men that want traditional women without having to be traditional men. What am I talking about? Let me let him explain.
And typically in an Arab household, the man usually is the provider financially, and that's just how it is.
That is just something I wasn't prepared for.
Most Arab women expect that.
Just like most American people expect the woman to contribute half, or not half, just contribute.
But you're not dealing with an American woman.
No, but she'd have to deal with some of my things though too. This was definitely not what I wanted to hear. I thought Moroccan women prioritize family over material things, and I was not anticipating that it would mean I have to be the sole provider for a household. I didn't sign up for this.
So what do you mean you weren't prepared to be a sole provider? Like, who raised some of these men? They are so adamant that they want a traditional woman, but they also want that traditional woman to be modern enough to expect to have to pay bills. This man goes on to say that he wants an independent, financially independent woman who will have his kids and clean and be submissive and all these other things. Why would she do all of that? Like, you realize that the women here in America won't even take that deal. So they get their passports and they globe trot all over the world trying to find a woman vulnerable enough, desperate enough, in search of citizenship enough to take that deal. This is predatory behavior. When you're looking for a woman who wants to have access to the benefits and the perks and the rights that we have as Americans, because they don't have those rights in their country, but you're going to make her earn it. She's going to have to earn it by you making a mule out of her, expecting her to do more than you're doing. So why should she do all of that for your 50% of the bills? Like, the deal isn't being accepted by American women, and you're realizing that it's not going to be accepted by women in other countries either, because it's a bad deal and you know it. And oftentimes these women in other countries, they're going to expect you to send money back home to their parents and their siblings and their families back home. Like, you think that you're saving money. You're trying to find a good woman for a discount by shopping all around. But she's also going to expect you to provide for her as well. Once you expect a woman to have your child and her ability to work like your ability to work is changed, you're going to have to provide for that woman. When you want her to stay home, how's she going to stay home and work 40 hours a week? Like, some of you have no idea what you're asking. Or maybe you do, but you don't care. Why should she run herself into the ground? And what does she get? A discount on bills? A discount. Because you're not even willing to pay the whole thing. Like, you want provider benefits without having to actually be a provider. You let somebody speak long enough and they'll tell you everything you need to know. And the men are beginning to say the quiet part out loud. We weren't expecting to take care of any woman. American woman, a woman overseas. We were expecting a servant. They're not looking for partnership. They're looking for ownership.
Passport bros have been an epidemic all around the world, especially in Colombia.
An American tourist was found in Medellin, Colombia by the police in a hotel room with 2 kids.
After the civilians saw this man bringing 2 children to his hotel room, he automatically reported the incident to the police.
When the police got to the scene, they found the minors, who were 12 and 13 years old, literal children, with the American pedophile, Timothy Livingston.
Timothy Livingston was captured by the Colombian police, but he was quickly released because apparently when the police got there, they didn't find him having with the kids or touching them. So technically, they couldn't charge him with any crimes.
This allowed Timothy to run freely to the United States, Ohio to be more specific, the day after he was released from Colombian jail with no legal consequences at all.
After this disgusting event, the people of Medellin who have had enough of these passport bros spread this monster's information throughout social media in hopes the American public can find this and bring him to justice to pay for his crimes.
Please share, like, and comment on this video so more people know what's going on in Medellin and other parts of Latin America.
There's a group of men out there that call themselves the passport bros. Now, for those of you who do not know what the passport bros are, as the name implies, passport bros. These are the men typically from the USA or UK mainly. They believe that women, Western women, are a lost cause. They believe Western women are terrible. They are terrible in dating. They are not traditional anymore. They're bad. Okay, I'm going to make a video on this. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. But passport bros, they have a very negative view on Western women. They demonize them. Okay? Now, my take on this passport bros is this. I don't care what you do. Do whatever you want to do. But one thing I've noticed about these so-called passport bros is a lot of them are unattractive. Yes. Now, when I say unattractive, I don't always mean physically. You have some decent looking ones. But a lot of those guys that call themselves passport bros that demonize Western women, a lot of them, they're very unattractive mentally. So even if they look good on the outside, when you hear them talk, once you hear their perspective, you realize, aha, I see why the women don't want you. You're a terrible guy. You're a bad guy. You're not a good person. You're just not. You think that just because you have X amount of dollars, women should be at your feet. I've watched a lot of this passport bro content, and I've noticed one thing about them. A lot of these passport bros tend to be losers that could not cut it in their country. You know what they then do? They go to poor countries to leverage the fact that they are coming from a developed country, to leverage the fact that they have a powerful passport, to leverage the fact that $1 that's in their country is not worth a lot. They go to countries like, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, Colombia, Venezuela, Brazil, mainly to find women. And a lot of these guys that call themselves passport bros, they tend to have a creepy aspect about them, because they always claim that I want to take a woman who's traditional, but they always go to poor countries. And not only do they always go to poor countries, they always go to poor countries and go to the poor women. They always go to the poor women in the poor countries. Never once do I see them go to universities. No, they never go to universities to try and talk to girls. They always go to the red light districts. They always go to the villages. They go to places where the women are desperate for money. That's what they do. They go to places where the women are, in general, looking for a way out. And they focus more on the looks of these women. So when they complain about Western women being terrible, a lot of them are complaining because the Western women that they're complaining about that are bad and not traditional are not tolerating their crap. Are you emotionally available? No. Do you have a healthy mindset? No. Do you have a healthy mindset on women? Absolutely not, as a man. So what do? Instead of the passport bros to work on themselves and fix whatever issues they're facing, it's the women's fault. They take their passport, they go to a poor country in Asia, they go to Vietnam, Philippines, Thailand. Very rarely will I see them go to Japan, go to Singapore, go to countries that actually have a lot of development. China even. It's always the objectively poor countries compared to the other Asian countries that they go to those ones. And same thing in South America. Brazil, Colombia, which other one is there? Jamaica for some, And And when they go to these countries, they always go to the poor regions, red light districts, where the women are looking for a way out. So those passport bros are creeps. You're creeps. You are creeps. Now, I'm not saying you are wrong that dating has changed in the West, but I still believe if you are a decent looking man and you have a decent mindset and you are focused on the right things, you will still have success in dating when it comes to the West. So a lot of these passport bros are creeps. They complain about Western women, but at the same time, they fly to Eastern Europe too. Eastern Europe, Asia, Latin America, to the poor countries that need money. And they don't go to universities, they don't go to like work functions to try and talk to women that actually that are educated. No. They go to red light districts, they go to poor regions, villages, and try to pick up women and say, I'm looking for my wife. But please, are you really looking for your wife, or you're looking for somebody to stunt on because you have the money? If you take $1 to a poor place, it's worth more. You also want to leverage the fact that you're coming from a Western country. You can use that as a stick, as a carrot. You know what I mean? The carrot and stick approach. Wave it in front of your face so that they can chase after you. You are a creep.
84,000 people contracted HIV in the Dominican Republic in 2024. Passport bros, I know that's been one of your favorite destinations to go to, man. I know y'all been in Colombia, we ain't get those numbers in yet. But I know y'all been going to DR, man, ever since y'all find out you get it for the 40. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if inflation causes prices to go up, man. So if you're a woman that's dating a man that travels to the DR for fun, test them. If you're married, man, and he go to DR a lot, test them. We all know what these dudes are going over there for, man. 84,000 cases, bro, in 1 year, right? And these are people that went and got tested, bro. A lot of Dominican men, if they don't feel any pain, bro, they ain't going nowhere. So just know that. That's people that say, hey, I feel a little sick, man. Let me go and get checked out. 84,000 people, man. That's freaking insane, bro. How careless people are, man, with their health when it comes to the way they express themselves sexually. People, man, come on, man. It's not that expensive. Use protection, people, man. Don't play with your life like that. I know there's medication so that you can live with it almost as if you don't have it, but you still know that you do. You don't want to deal with that, man. You don't want to put other people through that. Be responsible, people. It's 2025, man. We got to do better.
My boy, you feel me? We fresh off the plane, man. We just came from Colombia, man. You know what I'm saying? Medellin and Cartagena, we out there for around. I wanted to touch on that passport bro shit because that's been a big movement the past 3, 4 years. You feel me? With people saying, you know, American women go here, passport bro, get your passport, it's all green. Man, listen, I went and seen what it was firsthand. Okay. You feel me? He might got a different take. It might have just been the area we was in, but the area I was in, I didn't see nobody looking for no wives. Like, you feel me? Like, all that, yeah, go find a wife and this and that. Nah, man, they hoeing 100 miles a minute. They hoeing 1,000 miles a minute. I'm talking bro, you be walking with your girl.
And
they gonna
still
walk
be
up,
on you.
grab your dick, hola, papi.
Damn.
Slap
So
your
like
ass.
That.
And they making eye contact. Like, they following you as you walking, like, hard.
So it's for real. I seen a white dude on TikTok say, passport bros have been around. That black man, we're coming out there and we're messing it up. You seen that?
That might partly be true.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna say that's a fact, bro. Because you see, like you see a couple old men, you like, okay, they been doing this, but now you see youngs like us flooded out there. So I think we did oversaturate the market, fuck the game up to where now the girls is more so turn into damn near predators.
They thinking their value was going up.
That's what I mean. No shade to the passport bros, because I know they might get offended on this. But according to recent reports, the key factors contributing to the rising HIV rates down there in the Dominican Republic is tourism and sex work from tourists. Hey, listen. Y'all see the stat right there. It says high levels of sex tourism, vulnerability of sex workers to HIV infections. In other words, you passport bros are infecting and being infected by those folk down there primarily the sex workers, those women down there in the Dominican Republic. Now, I know a lot of y'all gonna come on here and say, well, we go down there and we trying to find the traditional wives. Well, here's the fact of the matter. How do you know who's traditional or not when you're not even from those regions? That's another topic for another day. Anyway, don't get mad at me. I'm just reporting the news. And according to the CDC, you passport bros are down there in the Dominican Republic moving real foul. You know, how do you fly across seas and smash these chicks, the mommies with the cake? Y'all know what cake I'm talking about. And here's the thing. Y'all smashing the mommy with the cake, and she's sending y'all back to the States with something you can't shake. You might need to hit up your local pastor so he can lay hands on you and get you healed, because a lot of y'all need some healing. I'm confused by the fact that y'all will fly all the way over there and meet complete strangers. That's crazy work right there. That's nasty work if you ask me. I'm convinced that most likely some of y'all already knew you was infected, so you went over there, you know what I mean, and y'all did some strange things with them women over there, infecting those women. Because I don't believe no sane man in his right mind will go to a foreign land full of foreign women and meet complete strangers. I just don't believe that sane men would do that. But anyway, do what you want with this story, and y'all already know my slogan. Awareness is caring and prevention is the mission.
See, yeah, no. That's exactly why for the last several years I've been abstinent. I'm good because I'm scared to touch anybody. Not even through any type of protection. I don't want to be bothered. I'm just going to keep my little cookie box to myself. We're good. Thanks.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you doing? I hope you're doing great wherever you are today. Now, this is your presenter, Jinduke Stories, and yet with another interesting educational video. Yes, educational. Because I think we all human make mistake. Yeah, this is what's happening. People, especially passport bros, they live in the United States, going to find love, that perfect woman, and they risk it all, and it's okay. Sometimes people have preferences, tests based on what they have seen outside, based on what they think, based on how they feel. At the end of the day, it's about how you feel about all this. And if you got money to get outside there, to go overseas and do your stuff, yeah, they go do their stuff. Recently, there have been cases of American men going to the Philippines and coming back with HIV and AIDS, all those sexually transmitted diseases. And it is not like we are celebrating this or we are happy that now this is happening to them. But I think it is always important for you to be cautious, especially going to different places. You need to understand the health demographics in those places, because from what people are saying or from what is out there in public is that you gotta be careful, especially when going to the Philippines. Honestly, I haven't gone to the Philippines. I don't think I'll go, or if I'll go, it's okay. But this is what's just happening. Passport bros are coming back to the United States with sexually transmitted diseases. Why? People sometimes tend to be reckless, but you think that the people that you are with, they're okay, they're good, there's nothing wrong with them, and then you get to be careless in the name of looking for love. People have been reported coming back complaining about attracting diseases that they didn't live with, all because of looking for love outside there. I understand America is not safe, and nobody's safe until you're sure. You'll never be sure about the people that you're doing with them, A, B, C, and D, because you don't know a couple of things. So I think it's so much important for us to be so much careful in things that we're doing, because it can get so messy. I've seen some people risk it all, go to new places. They don't know nobody. You risk getting kidnapped, especially when you go out there, try to tell people, I'm all here I'm married, I'm I'm out here by myself. I made it by myself. You're trying to signal those people that, you don't have anybody who is responsible for you. And they could do anything to you. That's why you hear a lot of kidnappings happening. A lot of all those crazy stuffs that are happening. I think it's important for you as a person who is traveling, whether you're a man or whether you're a woman, it's important for you to always have a person that you know that you've developed a relationship with before going to these places. For instance, you're a person who is going to look for love, as some of passport bros, I think majority of passport bros who just wanna have an adventure of, have a taste, or just go explore different things, different people, and have all these things done. I think the shortest way for you, if you really want to do this, the safest way, I think you need to go for a checkup or all these things before just, man, this is a person that you don't know. You can't just see a beautiful face and just say that, no, she's cool, she's healthy, she's not going to do anything to me. But at the end of the day, you come, turns out it's not the same. Going back to the United States with all these things, maybe you're not even telling other people. You're going to give other innocent people. So I feel like people are putting themselves and other people at risk. It's always important to be responsible of things that you're doing. I know if you leave your country, for example, you might be so much desirable as compared to when you're in your country. It happens, especially here in Africa. It happens. I've seen, I'm talking about something that I've seen. So the desirability of you will make you want to hang out with people, with a lot of people. Because at the back of your mind, you think that, oh, I got it all now. But what are you trying to do? You're trying to risk. You're risking for yourself, risking for other people that you are also going to be doing the same thing that you did with these people. So my message out of all this is that, man, you gotta be careful. You really, really gotta be careful. I don't know, but that's just my message. You have to be careful. You can't just go outside there and do things as if it's normal. You literally don't know these people. Do things as if it's okay. Do things as if it's normal, but you don't know these people. What do you expect? Right? It can happen to you. It has happened to people. People have come back reporting, complaining. It's crazy. You gotta be careful. You can't just go out there and do all that shit. It's crazy. And people don't care. You're from the US. Maybe you got money. Nobody will want to tell you that, I have this and this and this and this, because you're not going to be giving them the money. So they lie on your face. And when they lie on your face, you're the one who will start getting the symptoms and then go back with it to your country, then complain. So I think my main message is just be responsible. Yeah, there are a couple of things you can avoid, like simply just avoid by making sure that you're doing the right thing. Or if you want to just do it the legal way. There's so much legal way you can do things. These are presented Jintic Stories. I hope you're fine wherever you are today. If you're watching us for the first time, I'll most definitely ask you to subscribe to our channel, join our membership. Really get to see what we can offer you. But until then, let me see you in my next video. Peace, love, and harmony. Salute.